I don't know what this is, but apparently he was talking about the roast here. Where is the roast, chatters?
The roast of like Hasan?
Yeah, I think he talked about it. Well, I know.
Wait, where did he talk about it?
I talk to these dudes every now and then. You know what I mean?
Wait,
Andrew Schulz.
Anti-LGBT Stavros.
Stavros is a socialist politically and with women. Stavros' first time with a wife. The most anti-LGBT countries are the most LGBT. Schulz and Stavros debate American exceptionalism. Stavros is crushing the comedy game. Our streaming site's pushing the best comedians away.
About like the most homophobic cultures, how they're kind of the gayest. And
They're
sure
absolutely the gayest.
There's like a bit about this somewhere.
Because the idea of fucking a man is so outrageous
that you could.
Oh, 1650. Okay, we'll watch that, and then we'll watch the other.
I don't know. Let's see. Let's start. I mean, it seems like this is a pretty sick. You know, first of all, everyone gets their own NBA jam.
Yeah,
it's not for the not just communal. You,
exactly.
You get to take one home.
That sounds awesome.
You know what I mean? And then you get the
Mark this day.
Yeah.
The day flagrant split up. The fucking Yoko Ono.
Yeah. You guys think Akash is on vacation? I have him kidnapped and
boys with I don't know.
I don't like when he laughs with other men like that.
Wait, why? Because he laughs like you.
That's supposed to be.
That's your thing.
Yeah, I feel jealous. Like I get jealous when I see my big beautiful boy.
Oh my God! One of the gay porn stars I was alluding to is watching right now.
Oh, nice. Shouts out to
Gay
you.
porn star HasanAbi head reporting for duty.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Yes, bitch, motherfucker. Speak on this shit. Older gays have the perspective the kids need. Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. But as I was saying, I don't like it. I don't like it when Stavros is laughing like that with other men. I'm jealous and I'm possessive. There, I said it. I don't give a fuck.
This was my demands.
I love that. Your boys with I don't know if you're boys, but I saw you roasting Hasan.
That's my guy. Yeah.
So Hasan, I always hit up when something happens in the news. That looks like so blatantly. How do I phrase it? It looks too easy to make the argument for the right.
Yeah.
So I hit up Hasan. I'm like, what am I not seeing here? Because he'll usually.
I do this unironically. I'm like, God, the left seems really wrong here. I'm going to ask Hasan. That's literally what I do.
It's true.
I do the same thing, but keep going.
We haven't. And if he doesn't have anything, I'm like, okay, then we're
good.
He's like my fact checker.
He's great. Yeah.
But he's fucking talented.
He's the best.
Because I was watching. Sometimes I'll watch like some of the streams.
God damn.
Not as talented as
it's a different muscle to just talk.
Totally.
For fucking 4 hours.
Yeah.
Whatever the hell. I saw him eating like dinner once on.
Yeah,
and I was like,
yeah.
there could be a break here.
It's crazy. No, I know. I hop on like those Twitch streamers are just on there for like 10 hours a day. And it's like this constant thing. And I mean, he'll just fucking watch shit, he'll go through like a YouTube thing, or it's literally educational sometimes. But I went on a stream last time and it's like,
I found out about him because he started out kind of bashing a clip that we made, not knowing that we were agreeing with him.
Oh, hilarious.
So it's a really funny clip because he starts with, here's the Schulz smoke. Yeah. You guys have been waiting for this. This guy ain't shit. Mark's a smart, whatever. And then we just start agreeing with everything. And he's like, why don't you guys fucking tell me what the fuck is going on? They're making good points here. This is actually pretty good.
Yeah.
But no, I
That's
like
a classic. It's such a common thing that happens with chat because like chat gears me up for like a particular position, and then I'm like, okay, I've seen like some stuff. I know that like he has like somewhat of a centrist take from time to time, even though I do know Marcus in there with the longer hair is like he's a HasanAbi head too. So I know that like his perspective is definitely closer to the left. But even then, it's like, you fucking gear me up so goddamn much that I'm like, I'm going in, and then I have to fucking fight my chat.
I think he's like,
Yeah, he's the only problem. He is Turkish, which is an issue, but other than that, he's a great guy.
Who likes the Turks?
Not the Armenians, I'll tell you that much.
I thought they worked that whole thing out. Like they agreed it didn't happen. And
yeah.
Isn't that the agreement?
We'll put it under the rug. Yeah. It is so funny.
You don't have to say rug.
Yeah.
Racist.
It is funny because Greek people still are like, it's just like this rivalry from the 1800s. Yeah. Just like they still don't fuck with Turks, but
it's sports.
We're bringing it together. Yeah, it really is.
Like historically, are you aware why you don't fuck with the Turks?
Yeah, I mean the Ottoman Empire took over Greece and fucking I think it was the 1400s, and then
Yeah,
Greece got
1453.
their independence in 1821.
But didn't the Ottoman Empire
1453,
kinda,
baby,
like,
best
let
year of my
everybody
life.
do their thing?
A little bit, depending on like Greece stayed Christian, like they kept their own, whatever. Albanians went fucking Muslim or whatever, and like certain other places did.
They folded, bro?
Yeah, they folded.
Damn, bro, he is parsing through. He is parsing through such treacherous waters with the delicacy of a ballerina.
Jeez.
Like what he's talking about right now is like centuries of ethnic strife, okay? Things that even on this day and age, the moment that you bring up Balkan posting, as we call it, the moment that you bring up anything from the Balkans, all of a sudden all hell breaks loose. And here he is, absolutely dropping fucking dimes, not even a worry. Did I lock the gate? Constantinople, 1453. First of all, that's not how it happened. They did lock the gate. And we fucking... why am I saying we like I did it? Even though in my family there is lore that like one of my great grandparents was like one of the admirals that actually came up with the idea. But they put fucking... they oiled these like railways and basically ran the fucking ships in order to get into the other side of the canal because the canal had a fucking actual chain. So they famously, they famously fucking oiled up a bunch of planks, cut down trees, oiled up a bunch of planks, put the planks down, and moved the ships through land and dumped it into the fucking sea, and then tackled from like basically every other side. So that was real.
Yeah. They folded.
They look back at you and they're like, "Fuck, we could have kept our names."
Yeah, I think part of it was they didn't want to pay taxes or something. I think it was like literally, yeah. I think the Ottoman Empire allowed you to not.
You had to pay the tax.
If you went Muslim, it was like, all right, well, you're one of us, whatever.
Yeah.
But one thing Hasan actually told me is that, which is fucking hysterical, is that Turks still to this day, you can get out of military service, but you have to prove you're gay. and by the way, they don't count the guy who fucks
As
they
gay.
don't
On
count
the
tops
top.
as gay.
That's
They're
right.
like real old world with it.
Yeah.
And you I was reading this article. It's so fucking funny. They were asking the guy because he had like a beard, and they were like, "Do you ever wear women's clothing?" They were like these motherfuckers do not understand what being gay is, and they wanted him to say,
or they understand it real well. Like, the medical professional that has to look at all the fucking footage of homosexual acts is like, oh yeah, this is crazy. I hate this. I'm looking at it. I need to make sure that I look at it alone in a different room.
I'm going to need another position. Could you get another position,
Yeah,
please?
I didn't really get the angle right here,
and a picture of him wearing makeup and women's clothing.
That's all it is.
And he was like, that's not what being gay is. He was like, will you let me send a picture of me kissing a man? And they were like, we'll accept that. And there's like a doctor who has to look at the pictures and
true?
decide if you're gay enough not to be in the, not to be in the
I
military.
him to avoid joining the military.
Yeah, this is 100% true. So it's called like a Künil-Fotoğrafı. I think that's what it's called. And like it literally is like a super old practice in Turkey where like if you're gay, they've changed the practice. I don't know if it's still in existence now, but yeah, you could for the longest time a pink certificate. Some people say you can still do it. Some people say you can't. But if you want to avoid military service, it's mandatory.
Somebody said that was a dream job. Look, you guys think it would be a dream job, but you think the average person is good at filming them have sex? Like, you think you want to see the average Joe naked? Let's leave it to the professionals, okay? Like, I know we all see all of us clothed, but like, let's leave it to the professionals that know what they're doing.
You're
Like,
so fucking right about that. That's why I was gonna talk about the orgy thing too. Like,
nobody's
everybody
like-
always thinks like orgies are gonna be hot and shit until you're in one, and it's like you smell things.
What's up, Andy?
And you also fucking like nobody's hitting the right angles. You know what I mean? Especially if you're like seeing it in real time. It's very different than like camera angles.
Yeah.
So like you're seeing all the fucking crevices and shit, you know what I mean? And you're way too close. You're in the splash zone technically.
yeah, it's not.
It's just not good. It's just not good.
And look, that's why I don't fucking film myself having sex. Is because like, I don't know. I'm not good. I mean, I'm good at sex, I think. I'm pretty good.
Why are you pointing to me? How the fuck I would know?
I don't know.
I'm good at sex, right?
Well, I just
I'm like, yeah,
you
totally.
back me up.
Yeah, bro, you fuck pussy so hard, dude. Fuck yeah.
No, but like,
Fuck yeah,
but like,
dude.
but like you know when somebody's good. Like Will, for example. Like I've said this to Will many times. Is I just know Will Neff is like, what do they call it in England? Top shagger. It means like you're really good at having sex.
Top shagger.
Like I just feel like Will fucks. Like, see, Hasan knows.
I mean, but he's been my best friend for like 10 years.
I just know that Will is like doing some crazy shit, like holding her up by one hand and like just
I know he
doing some crazy shit, and there's another girl over here, and he's got them like both, like with one. I just feel like he's crazy shit. I feel like he just knows what he's just insane. Look at that emote.
Yeah, I mean, he does crazy
That
shit.
emote is so good.
Our food is here, by the way.
Oh fuck! All right. Oh, you want me to go get it?
You can, yeah.
I gotta pee too.
All right, I'll play this while.
Dude, no tongue. There's no tongue. Fucking straight as hell.
It's so fucking sick. Yeah.
I like that the way Austin described fucking a woman with like holding them up by their neck. Like, I don't know what he thinks. I don't know if he thinks it's like very different.
No, I say holding them up by their pussy. I just couldn't really like.
Yeah, or that makes it worse, Austin.
Wait, I don't know. I'm not a fucking woman.
I don't know if you ever talked about this, but what's your thoughts on Eurocentrism? I'm not too fond of it.
Yeah, it is. Fuck, we were talking about like the most homophobic cultures, how they're kind of the gayest. And
They're
I'm sure
absolutely the gayest.
There's like a bit about this somewhere.
Because the idea of fucking a man is so outrageous
that you could hold hands
can
walking down the
hold
street,
hands,
like you could
cuddle.
kiss, you could do whatever.
Yeah.
Because of course,
Turkish people kiss homies all the time. I grew up kissing my homies in the cheek. Both cheeks. That's what you do. It's a very normal thing that you do. And then when you come to America, you're like, well, you can't kiss your homies in America. What the fuck? People go, whoa, what the fuck? That's crazy. And it's like such a weird experience to go from like Turkish culture where I have to like train myself again to like kiss my homies on both cheeks to not doing that. You know what I mean? It's a very, very strange predicament. I am Lebanese, would do it 3 times, not 2. Yeah, the least gay Turkish thing, the Ottoman slap, that is not even gay, brother. That's just like powerful fucking slap. How about that?
of course, none of you guys are gay.
Yeah.
Cuddle? Yo, literally,
I'm not joking.
In a lot of cultures, like there's so much more male affection because those cultures don't have a lot of male to female affection.
Yeah.
So they're looking for the touch. They just want people to be more tactile.
And by the way, we're saying like, oh, it's so foreign to them. They're also like 100% molesting boys. Like,
that's another good point that he brought up.
They are
That's
gay,
another good point.
That is
The Greek guy would know.
Yeah. Hey, that's in the past. Separate the artist from the artist.
Yo, have you done that bit?
Yeah, I'm working on a bit where it's like
fucking funny.
Where
bit.
it's like, well, listen, if I can't listen to R. Kelly, then you can't do geometry. because
Michelangelo, Bernini,
That's
like
really good bit.
Bernini's Italian, right? But all these guys had.
That's a funny ass bit, dude. Are you hearing this?
Wait, what do you say? Well, I'm not sure. Bring them out. Bring a few options for me to test.
There's only 2, motherfucker. There's only 2.
There's no salty yogurt.
Or do you want this?
I'll take both of them just to try both of them.
Okay.
Roll them, both of them.
You are such a fucking baby. It is mind-boggling, dude.
No way. Hasan, a bigger baby.
I am literally...
I called a Lift XL one time.
I am a literal man, okay? You are a man-child. I am a man.
You are more bougie than me. It's not even close.
Oh, the fucking lift. The lift that he called... Okay. To be fair, chat, the lift he called us was like... They're going to fucking shit on me for this, but I don't give a fuck. He's like, oh yeah, I called a Lyft XL, and it was like literally like a fucking Subaru hatchback. I was like, how the fuck are we gonna fit in this? What is it? It's like a 1997 Subaru hatchback.
It was pretty shitty.
I was like, what the fuck, Austin? What did you do? Wait, did you get? Is there another one? Can I get a fork as well? This is a real fork in the road. I do have a Triforce in the background.
No, it was like a Lyft. Look, well, actually, I'm not gonna make a comment on these. I'm going to be neutral on my ride-sharing apps just in case there's an opportunity that comes along.
You are such a shark. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm just...
As long as you don't do Gamba streams, you know?
Oh, Lover Host is now sponsored by
Steak.com.
no, not Steak, MGM Grand Casino.
Hell yeah, dude. Love that. No, it's great.
So, you know, I probably wouldn't do gambling because I'm really bad at it.
I'm bad at it. I like gambling. I do gambling myself.
Is this fucking regular chicken? What the fuck? I ordered the new asada chicken.
I don't know, man. All right, let's continue. Let's continue watching this.
Pythagoras, all these motherfuckers. Like, you would teach a kid math and then suck him off.
Don't do that.
Talking about how gay cultures are the most.
I'm sorry.
Do you know
Pythagoras.
You motherfucker. Did you just do the
I didn't mean to.
marinara?
I didn't mean to. I try not to. I say gyro. I don't go gyro.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I try.
Okay.
It was just so in my head.
But that's a great fucking bit. We use not only the math, but we appreciate the art of all these dudes that were like banging
100% fucking kids. Where do we draw the line?
You could use Pythagoras' theorem to draw that line. You could use it.
Yeah. He actually, the angles were little boys' assholes.
It's actually
You're gonna be obtuse when I'm done with you.
This was like some real good nerd comedy.
Yeah. Nerd and child rape. You never. That's that Venn diagram. The middle is not that big. You don't see Dimitri Martin talking about fucking children in antiquity.
Bro, what a great idea though. Yeah, a certain amount of time goes.
Yeah. Yeah. It's wild. I mean, they would go. I mean, and like, you know, in the Middle East, they're still doing that shit, which is fucking hilarious.
And they just don't count it.
Doesn't count. I mean, you hear about like vets who would come back and be like, these warlords are fucking kids.
Yeah.
And they're like, we are not on the right side. Like, they're just like, for multiple reasons. Like, I mean, you know, we don't have to get into the war, you know. No, I don't think anyone here is like pro-Iraq war.
Yeah. We're not pro-war.
Yeah. But it is funny for so many reasons why it was a mistake. But yeah, I mean, they love to fucking be homophobic, misogynistic, and then just fuck boys. It's a wild. Usually that happens a lot. So we're past it now though. Greeks are over it. Now
When did you guys stop?
Now they're just about like
Is chat mad at the fucking at the actually funny fucking joke about what do you call it? A joke about like fucking Pythagoras and shit, like having sex with kids? No shot, right?
I would say 3 years ago.
Yeah.
That was a point. They wouldn't let us get the 2004 Olympics until we stopped.
Oh, yeah. You don't get these 5 rings unless they keep theirs.
No, now they're just sexually harassing women. Big time.
They're into that.
Yeah, big
Well,
time.
this is the evolution.
Oh, this is a part of his bit too. Did you watch the special?
I was there.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That's yeah.
We were there on another night.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The American girls that show up?
Oh, the tourists, big time.
Yeah. All right, guys, we're going to take a break for a second.
Okay, he's doing a fucking ad
He
here.
really put the work in first. He was like,
What happened with the Greek economy?
I mean, really, what happened? I mean, you know, in the crux of it, it's like they took out a loan. It was honestly, it was kind of like what happened with the fucking financial crisis here, the mortgage crisis here, where it was like they were giving loans that they knew people couldn't pay, and as long as the bank didn't ask for it, it was never
Everything
a
was
big deal.
good.
And then once the economy started faltering a little bit, and they wanted Greece's money back, they were like, "Well, we don't have it." And the fucking irony is, they've paid.
These are loans from what, the IMF or something like that?
No. This is like fucking
Deutsche
like hedge
Bank, right?
funds. Yeah.
Oh,
Like-
they were
like
getting
international
private loans from just banks?
They got fucked by it. They got sold out by the government made mistakes, right? Taking these loans,
Yeah.
like the center right party in Greece, and then they asked for their money back. And the irony is, like, just like how debt completely fucks people in this country, we saw that in Greece, where it was like writ large, where it was like they paid back the money over, like it's the interest that fucked them.
fucks them,
So it's
yeah.
it's just to keep these banks bottom lines good. An entire generation of Greek people are fucked, and it's like that's why we should burn down hedge funds and that kind of thing.
No, wasn't there something like, and again, I forget exactly the article I was reading, but like 50% of people were employed by the state in some way.
Yeah.
There was just like a bloated.
Totally. And listen, don't get me wrong. Greeks love to have a good time.
Yeah.
Like there was a lot of they didn't pay taxes. Like, I had people in my family who just like had 2 jobs that just I won't say who it is, not that anyone will be able to fucking trace it, but he was like, he literally was like a carpenter for the government somehow, and he would work the night shift, sleep in his office, and then just wake up and go to his regular job. And he just was like, and then sometimes he wouldn't go to his regular job. He was just like, it's a culture that loves to fuck around. Yeah. No one was paying taxes. Yeah. Everyone's taking naps in the middle of the day. Yeah. But you know what? That's living.
That's literally like, what he's describing is like half of Europe. Not just Greek.
Especially Italy.
All the Mediterranean cultures are like this.
I told you when I was in Italy, I went out to eat. I had a server who was kind of a jackass the whole meal. And like we were done.
And you were like, yeah, if you only had to starve for this fucking tip.
No.
That way you'd know how to act around me.
No, but here, guys, come on. This is ridiculous. I was like, I asked somebody else, I was like, where's our waiter? And he I walked out of the restaurant and he was just eating dinner, like in the middle of our meal.
Oh yeah. That's dude.
Like he just clocked
that
out.
happened with us. Yeah. Weren't we in fucking TwitchCon Europe too? I think it happened in Berlin as well.
Yeah.
That always happens. You just have like your fucking waiter homie just like eating with their friends while you're eating.
Yeah, I was just like, I don't know.
That is incredibly common in Europe, yes. But, I mean, it's great. Who cares, Motherfuckers got to eat, right?
Look, I think American customer service.
Yes, Austin, because they're starving. That's why.
Well, But it depends, No,
literally, yeah. It's because your wages are literally directly tied to your performance in the form of tips. So,
hey, I tip well, okay?
No, I'm sure you do. I'm just stating that like that is the fundamental difference between like Europe and like the service that you get in Europe in a restaurant versus like the service that you get in America. Like the unconditional like servitude that you get in America is directly tied to your living conditions and the way your payments work. You're dramatic as fuck. No, that is what it is. I mean, that is exactly what it is. You make $2 an hour as a fucking waiter. What are you talking about? If you don't literally get money from tips.
I was a waiter. It was really shitty. I worked in a fucking old retirement home, and it was like a wealthy retirement home. And I made, I think, $9.25 an hour. And this is a few years ago. Well, actually, it was like 10 years ago.
A few years ago, yeah.
I was making $9.25 an hour.
You're 29,
I'm 28. Don't fucking age me, motherfucker, to make yourself feel better because you're in your 30s, all right?
I mean, yeah, you're catching up. So
you give me hope though that it's not over when you hit your 30s. Like you're still sexy to people. You know what I mean? Like we're in the same category, but if I was your height, I would be in the same category. That's what you got me on is height. You know what I mean?
I don't know what you mean at all, actually. I've never thought about these things.
You've never thought of these things? Oh, bullshit. Yeah, you have.
The only time I think about my age, it bums me out.
Yeah, it bums me out too when I think about my age.
I feel very unsexy.
Well, anyways, I was fed up with that fucking job because at a certain point, this lady ate all her corn, okay? Mm-hmm. She eats all her corn, and she's like, she pulls me over and she's like, that was the worst corn that I've ever had. And I leaned in and I was like, oh, you want me to go back in the past and change it for you?
No.
You want me to get in my time machine and change it for you? I was fed up. I was fed up at that fucking place. And on top of that, this one time, this woman was so rude, and she was very wealthy, and she didn't like a lot of ice cream. She didn't like a lot of ice cream, and she was like very demeaning to all the waiters and everything. She wanted just a little amount of ice cream, so I was like, I'm going to show her. So she orders strawberry ice cream, right? And I go in, and I order, and I just pile on the ice cream. This fucking ice cream is like towering over, like in this little cup, and it's just like a shit ton of strawberry ice cream, right? And I came in, And I served it to her, and it completely backfired. And everybody at the table was like, oh my God, you're so sweet. And I was like, oh, I was dying inside because I didn't want that to happen at all.
Awesome. For the people who've only lived in America your whole lives, you don't understand, like, until you felt the fear of God ordering at a fucking restaurant because the waiter that you're talking to is, like, directly throwing daggers your way with their eyesight, you don't understand what it's like to order in a European restaurant, which I still prefer. I don't give a fuck. I would much rather have the workers in that situation be better situated than the other way around. But, like, I've been in places like you literally sometimes feel like you're you know, causing a nuisance by just simply asking for the menu.
Yeah, everywhere in Europe? Yeah.
Yeah, you're like, can I get the menu? I'm so sorry, please.
It's true.
I'm just really hungry.
Especially in the UK.
Yeah.
They don't give a damn in the UK.
Baby, that's how you want to live.
Oh, but this is what we were talking about before the
Andy's right, it's not like
part.
that
Is it
everywhere in
like
No, it's
when
not,
you've
yeah.
existed for thousands of years, you start to like refine your culture into the things that like give you joy.
Yeah.
And you know, toiling away at a factory doesn't exactly give you joy. And I think the Greeks kind of figured it out. The Spanish have figured it out. Like
Have
all
coffee
these.
for 8 hours. There's no Greek Gary V's. You know what I mean? There's no.
There used to be, though. They built
You love
civilization.
Austin's
and
voice?
then they're
Well,
like, yeah, we can
I have a power.
Take a break.
That's why.
After you realize, but you first got to build it. Like, and that's what
Why
we're
it
talking about
sounds like
America.
this,
Like
right?
right now we're hustling. Right now the Gary V works here. Like we work here. Like
Yeah.
you're hustling your fucking ass
yeah,
off.
for
Like,
sure.
and I want to talk more about like your plan and how you put out the special.
Totally,
but
totally.
like, it works in America because everybody's here to grind. But I do think that we'll eventually evolve culturally to a point where we are similar to Europeans that we make fun of now.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Well, hopefully. I mean, I also think there's just like.
oh yeah, that's if you stay intact.
That's
That's
the
if
thing.
you don't get invaded and taken over and
Totally.
have your culture change for
Yeah,
you. Like
yeah.
you get to be France, you get to be Italy, you get
Yeah.
to be.
Dog, what do you mean? They got fucking invaded. The Greeks never changed their cultural attitude. They got fucking invaded by the Turks. That didn't change it, you know?
Greece, where you go.
I don't know if-
you know what? We should really focus on this cheese. And be
Yeah,
proud of
yeah,
this
yeah.
cheese.
I'm working 4 months out of the year.
Exactly.
But it's also like, and what we were talking about earlier is like those cultures all knew tyranny, right? Like they had to break free from like kings, like they were working forever, and it's like we're doing that now. Like, what's the difference between an Amazon warehouse and a fucking fiefdom? You know what I mean? It's like you're okay. So you're like.
Damn, he's talking about neo-feudalism and shit. Stavi is popping, dude. Love that.
Not pissing in, you're pissing in a water bottle and packing Fitbits
Yeah,
for,
yeah.
you know what I mean, for Black Friday.
Yeah.
Is that really that different than like fucking picking turnips all day? So like
milling buckwheat.
yeah.
I'm gonna say yes, but I agree with your point. It's entirely different, but I agree with your point. But but specifically the transition from tyranny to like I'm gonna grind.
Well, they had to like, what I'm saying is they had to like blood, like there was wars. People were died over this shit,
Of
right?
course, and here too.
Yeah.
Right? But I think what happens is like immediately after there being one person in charge of everything, right? I think once you get your freedom, you want to exercise it to the biggest, to like the most that you possibly can, right? You start going, what can I do and what can my family do? Because you couldn't do shit before.
Yeah.
And I think you start thinking about self. And I think in America, there's this thought about like, oh, it's just, we have a term, it's just business. What does that mean?
Yeah.
I could fuck you over because it's just business.
Right.
Yeah, I can be an asshole because
there's no
it's business.
baseline human decency. Yeah.
Morality goes out the window because it's business.
Well, I also think there's like there's a really good branding of the American dream that just like honestly I think doesn't exist. Like
I disagree with you
I
so
know,
much
but I
on
just
this,
think
man.
statistically like you're way more likely to die in the fucking tax bracket, socioeconomic bracket that you were born in than you are to move upwards in America. It's just true. Most people die where they start. And you know, and in fact, I mean, this is a long time ago. I stopped being smart 10 years ago. So, like, I dropped out of college my senior year, and I haven't read a book that's not like bullshit since then. You know what I mean? Like, I haven't read a book that's not like a crime, like about the mafia. You know what I mean? Since then.
Yeah. American
But, like,
dream.
Yeah. Truly. Yeah. But it's just like, you know, statistically, you're just like, we don't
You
have.
know what I love? Whenever Stavros comes over to this broadcast, we're exclusively talking about dicks. Like almost exclusively.
More than me.
And then when he goes over to the fucking comedian podcast with Andrew Schulz, he's like, yes, the socioeconomic conditions have greatly fucking crippled the American society, and the American dream is truly unachievable more than before. What the fuck, Dad? Motherfucker, do that here. What are you doing? Every time he's like, dicks. He's just like doing fucking Ottoman memes and dicks and fucking, mom jokes and shit like that. He never spits like this on the HasanAbi broadcast.
Have that shot necessary. Like individuals do, but it's not like if you work hard, you're not guaranteed. And I fully do believe that. It's like, you give yourself a much better chance.
There you go.
You give yourself a much better chance, but it's like the idea that like, the working.
You learned he's a socialist from this podcast? Hey, chatter, do you know why no one fucking says that out loud? Not because of Red Scare propaganda, which definitely factors into it, but because so many people are the most relentless and annoying motherfuckers, the people who are outspoken about their political predisposition, especially when it comes to being a leftist. Look at the way that people fucking treat me versus other people. The reason why they do that is because he's a socialist. Fuck that guy. I bet he's going to run the top of the hour ad break right now out of fucking nowhere. And despite the fact that he has the lowest ad density on the entire platform, I'm still going to fucking yell about it. Bro, he would literally take over your stream if he started spitting on here. Be careful. I want him to.
Stavros has been taking over comedy-wise.
Yeah, he's been fucking
He is in
killing
my
it.
recommended everywhere. He's on my Instagram recommended. He's coming across my TikTok. He's coming across my YouTube recommended. He's taking over everywhere. And I fucking love it.
You don't have to always fucking like outwardly tell everybody what your political predisposition is. Like you just don't have to
Me?
do that. No. I'm talking to the chatters. Not you. You don't do that.
Well, I don't tell people because your community would eat me alive.
Yeah, you're fucking. Yeah, he's a reactionary conservative. He's literally a paleo conservative. Yeah, we should just do swapping places. Like
All I'm trying to do.
Stavros comes on here, and then I come on the fucking Come Town podcast, and then we just like swap places for a week or something, and then we'll see how it works. All right, let's continue. I gotta go pee real quick.
Votes against their their interests because they're like, well, when I'm a billionaire, and it's like, buddy, it ain't happening.
Okay.
You might make 70 grand instead of 40.
Yeah.
But like the difference between you and a billionaire is like the difference between, like it's fucking crazy.
100%. Now, remove yourself from it a little bit. You're creating an idea that people should live through. You're creating like culture.
Yeah.
You're creating an ethos. And you want people to operate a certain way in society. We need kind of rules, but we also need beliefs, right?
Yeah.
And if religion isn't the motivating force in society, and unfortunately maybe money is.
Yeah.
In order for people to like go work and not just steal from their neighbor, don't they kind of have to believe?
Sorry, I was
One day,
texting
if they
Ivanka.
do work hard, that they could potentially get this thing. Isn't that better than them believing, hey, you got no shot? Because if I got no shot,
Right.
I'm going to shoot somebody.
Right.
I got no shot. Like,
Right.
And don't get me wrong, it benefits those billionaire dudes you're talking about because it's like, as long as they can keep going, hey, be hopeful,
Right.
be hopeful.
You could be me.
I'm not gonna murder you.
Right.
But once you tell me there's no chance, I mean, Jeff Bezos can't be on a boat. If
Right.
you're telling all of us, 300 million people, we
course.
can't,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
he
yeah.
has it,
Right.
and Elon's not selling me electric cars.
But see, I'm with you, but what we're talking about then is just like, is what we're
manipulation
selling.
tactic, right?
Because
Yeah.
in my opinion, that's what's going on. You know what I mean? For the vast majority
yeah,
of people.
I guess you're right. I guess it's like, let's say we all know that.
Yeah.
What would we still tell people? Would we rather tell them this that gets them from 40 grand to 70 grand, even if it's a little bit of a lie? Or would we rather tell them the opposite, which makes them stay at 40 and maybe even goes below? Like,
Yeah. I guess to me it's an idea of like, we don't have to tell them shit. The world is what we have the most resources in the history of mankind. Let people go to school for free.
Yep.
Let people fucking go to the doctor. Like if you get cancer, I get you shouldn't have to fucking mortgage your, put a second mortgage on your house if like somebody gets sick in your family. Let people go to the doctor, give people childcare, cover their basics, and then it's like, go get a fucking part-time job and you're good. You know what I mean? You have the basics covered.
Yeah.
And it's like,
The first
because there is
thought-
more, like what we're talking about, there's more to life than this pursuit of fucking money.
The
where it's
first
like,
thought when
there's
you have a medical
baseline
emergency
humanity
should
shit
not
where
be,
it's
agree
is
with
my
you.
have a
insurance
good
going to
ass
cover
time.
this
There is- that's-
procedure?
Yeah, the fact that like that
Or
is
I don't have insurance.
normalized and seen as like the normal way of existence is 311, by the way.
What? Are you trying to kick me out?
No. I'm just trying to make sure that you're not late.
No, it's okay. My driver will be here in 20 minutes.
Oh, fucking bougie, dude. My bitches is bad and bougie.
You met him?
Yeah, of course. Davide.
Yeah, Davide.
He's sick. He's cool.
Dude,
as
he's
fuck.
cool. Tell him about him. He's Italian.
Yeah, he's cool as fuck.
He's fucking cool. He's very nice.
Okay.
He calls me signore. He says
And
signore.
let's get
Austin.
European with it. Like,
But
go
not
drink coffee with your boys for 4 hours.
But that's the thing. Not everybody has the privilege of growing up in an ancient city. With ancient culture. Like, that's also a privilege. Like, you're growing up and there's a fucking...
Dog, that's not like... No, if you gave the option to people, they wouldn't do rise and grind Gary Vee shit. They would 100% do that.
There's a cheese shop down the block that makes cheese. Yeah. They've been doing that for thousands of years. And like, you're like, oh, I like that cheese. In St. Louis...
Yeah.
You grew up in the hood in St. Louis. It's like, what is the thing you're enjoying on a Sunday?
Right.
Right? Like, you're not looking at this beautiful bridge that was built in the fucking 12th century.
I'm with you. I see what you're saying, but I also think, like, the fact that that exists in St. Louis is the failures of what this country was 100 years ago. Or, like, you know what I mean?
You think we should have built those things already?
What I'm saying is, like, like, we're, like, the reason all that inequality exists is because, like, you know, look at what happened with the GI Bill, and it's like, white people got it, black people didn't. Look what happened with
the
redlining.
GI Bill?
The GI Bill after like World War II. Where it's like you know what I mean? It's like, or redlining, where it's like, we had like, there's so much hopelessness because just the way our society was, like the architecture and our structure.
Right now,
you know what I mean?
Bro,
It was like,
LA.
let's get to a baseline and not equality, because equality, it's like equity is what you want, where it's like everyone has a fucking,
Everybody has a chance.
Everyone has a real, a fair shot at it, right?
I think that's where a lot of the, like, these ideas get misconstrued, is that I think you're just going, hey, can't we make it so everyone has a chance? And a lot of people ignore the fact that there is that inequity, and that some people don't even have a chance.
Exactly.
Like, if everybody had a chance and there were some people that were lazier, you would just go, yeah, that motherfucker's lazy.
He's a fucking piece of shit. You know how many people, like, I grew up in Baltimore in Greektown. It's like,
that's why this motherfucker knows about redlining. He existed in a heavily redlined society.
So those motherfuckers aren't getting out of Greektown. You know what I mean? You know how many fucking failed DJs I know? You know how many fucking...
By the way, speaking of Stavros, dude, like, Will Menaker was talking to Stav on the latest episode of Chapo, and Will is the reason why I started watching the fucking Baltimore show, because the dude, literally, the main guy, John Bernthal in We Own the City, a true story about the fucking gun trace task unit that was, like, incredibly corrupt in Baltimore under the Baltimore Police Department. That fucking dude, John Bernthal, I love him, is a great actor, I think. Like, he has a truly, really pop-off moments. But his accent was fucking insane. He sounds exactly like Stavi's Dundalk accent. Like, exactly like him. We need a clip. I mean, I don't know if you guys have ever heard Stavros do Baltimore accents. Here, let's see. Stavros Baltimore accent. Baltimore comedian Stavros Halkias with a perfect impression of white trash Ravens fans.
Because, like, Baltimore is one of the weirdest places on earth.
It's truly bizarre. And I grew up in.
Oh, I've been meaning to go on fucking PFT's podcast as well.
Greektown, which is
maybe I should like go to New York for like a couple days and do Andrew's pod. He's been asking me to do it for a while, and this one too.
A fully isolated like little neighborhood that's like end of white trash.
These are the people who wear the
Let's fucking ammo. Yes, dude.
Ammo.
Oh yeah, baby, the fucking Ravens. Let's fucking go. Those fucking guys, the guys that are like, yeah, Lamar's good, but something about Flacco that I miss. I can't quite put my finger on it, but.
Okay, John Bernthal in We Own This City.
I'll be right back.
Okay, here. Now, dude, listen to this. Listen to this shit, dude. Oh my fucking God, dude, look.
Do you guys know who I am?
You guys know who I am? Are you fucking kidding me? You guys know who I am? Dude. Hold on.
Bunch of the biggest crooks in the whole goddamn department.
These men right here, my detectives, we do things by the book.
These men right here are my detectives. We do things by the book, dude. Longer Baltimore accent clip.
It's fucking Ronnie. And honestly, y'all, I'm fucking pissed off today, yo.
How the fuck the Ravens gonna play a game at 3 o'clock on a fucking Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesdays at 3 o'clock, this when they let the methadone clinics out over down by Pulaski Highway. And those bitches will do anything for $10. Now I gotta choose between getting my dick sucked and watching the Ravens beat the fuck out the Steelers, yo? Fuck that, yo. Plus, this ain't no fucking... How the fuck coronavirus... Yo?
It's fucking awesome. I need like a longer version of him just like going off. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know. Aaron, earn. I know. Earn. I know. I've seen it. We've watched it before. Going to see the O's, yo.
How the fuck they 10-0 when they suck? Ben Roethlisberger, I respect what he did in that bathroom, but on the field,
I said, I respect what Ben Roethlisberger did in that bathroom. Oh, it's so good. Oh, dude, I love this shit. I respect what Ben Roethlisberger did in the bathroom. Oh, it's fucking good, dude. Bro's race is not... Dude, it's a character, dude. He's playing a character. Racism is a real thing in the real world. This person is not supposed to be a good person. This person is supposed to be a bad person. That's the joke. He's also not pro-rape, like, you know, like Benny Boy is, okay? What is this?
Oh, fuck, dude. Fuck. You know what's funny, though? Isn't it silly that, like, that's such a huge number? But if someone like Hasan saw they had 18K viewers, he would call me and he'd be so upset about it.
Oh, dude, what the oh, no, dude. What the fuck is this man doing? He's right, though. I have talked to him about this. And he's always like, bro, if you had, and he's right. He's like, Hasan, boys, if you had 40,000 average concurrent viewers and you went down to 30, you'd still be upset.
He'd be like, dude, I'm crying. I'm shitting and crying, dude. Yeah. And it's like, hey, lad, dude. I know you're the goat, dude. Tell me, how do I not fall off? I don't even know that, dude.
I am very jealous that he's hanging out. They're hanging out together, and whenever I asked to hang out with Ludwig, he literally does not hang out with me and says, "No, you fell off. Like, fuck off," that sort of thing. I'm just gonna let you guys know.
There's nobody who's fallen off harder than me, Connor. What the fuck are you talking about?
Ludwig's the goat at falling off. That's true. Elwig hates me, dude. Straight up. Can you fix IRL streams like this guy? I do want to do IRL streams like this guy. I don't know what he's been doing. All right, let's get back to this.
Promote. It's like, yeah, what I'm saying is that guy should be able to be a fucking loser. Yeah. And if he gets fucking melanoma, he can get it looked at.
Wait, what is this?
Are you gonna, who would you fight if you could fight someone?
Hasan.
Ooh!
Do they get to fight back?
Yeah, they have to fight back.
Oh, not Hasan then.
Okay, hold on. My game's almost done.
Dundalk, dude. I would beat his ass, dude. Just straight up, just his butt. Is Ludwig going to reimburse you for breaking your IRL backpack's modem? No, I don't give a fuck. Ludwig is your #1 foe. It's true, dude. It's true. He is. He is a foe. Accountability. Do not come. Okay, dude. I mean, that's just my face when I see fucking Dua Lipa. Like, give me a goddamn break, you know?